Gandalf, the ring cannot stay here.
Welcome to another episode of Jay's LEGO Adventures. I'm Jay. In today's episode, we'll be completing the build of the Council section of Rivendell with bags 44 through 49. Plus, I'll be giving my review of the set. With this review, I'll be trying something new, so let me know in the comments what you think. So, let's get to building. Alright, this is bag 44, 45. Gonna do the base for the council area. Alright, that was bag 44 and 45. Built the base where it's going to be the council section. Every time I build one of these bases, I'm always amazed by the engineering that goes into it to just make it look flat with no studs except for here and here on top. Just think it looks neat. I think they do a good job. Alright, next will be bag 46. Get that sorted and we'll get to it. Alright, bag 46. I'll put this section in here. Alright, that's bag 46. Complete a little more of the council section. Got the floor, the mosaic, little pedestal. There you got the ring. You got 7 chairs surrounding. Next bag we're gonna have Elrond's throne here. Well, throne, big chair, whatever you want to call it. And then I think a tree goes behind him. That'll be bag 47. And then we've got 48 and 49 after that, and then we're done. It's coming along good. I'm liking it. I really like, here again, if you watched any of my previous videos, especially the Impala, there's your popsicles. Not Impala, I'm sorry, Camaro. There's your minifigure popsicles that were used as rear view mirrors on the Camaro. And then these arms here of the chair, they're actually minifigure hot dogs. I like the reuse of different parts. And all right, let me get on to getting on bag 47. All right, we're gonna start with bag 47. Bag 47 starts with Elrond. All right, there's Elrond. And he, like Gandalf, you can remove the legs. Put that piece on so he can sit. For now, we'll keep him standing as we continue with the rest of the bag. All right, that was bag 47. All right, 47 built this tree that goes behind the chair that Elrond sits in, and it built the chair that Elrond sits in. I think that looks kind of neat. All the different roots and stuff on it. All right, we're gonna do the final section here. This is gonna be 48 and 49. So let me get that all together and we'll do it. All right, we got the final part. Bags 48 and 49. 48 and 49 starts with Aragorn. There's Aragorn. You guys can probably hear my dogs in the background. Aragorn's got his sword. But it's not just Aragorn that we have in this one, because we're going to give Gimli some weapons. Give Gimli his axes. Hold those axes up high so you don't fall over, kid. And Boromir has a shield already, but he needs a sword. Boromir, Gimli, and Aragorn. All right, let's finish this sucker up. Yeah, there you have it. That last section built these rest of the tree with the leaves there. It built the chest over here. It has Sting and Bilbo's mithril shirt. And in the forge, it built some weapon racks. Now it's all done and it looks good. Only thing left is to put the lights on it. That's gonna have to rearrange my shelves behind me. I gotta put it on the same shelf as the Batmobile, but they're both too big. All right, coming up next will be my review. All right, there's Rivendell in all its glory. Tower section, the council section, and the gazebo section all put together. Makes one impressive, large build. Like I said, I'm gonna have to rearrange my shelves because where I was gonna put this won't fit with the Batmobile, which was gonna be the shelf it was gonna be on, the 89 Batmobile. Set came with the 15 minifigures you see. There's Frodo. There's Samwise Gamgee. Merry and Pippin, Bilbo, you got Gimli, Loin, Gandalf, Elrond, Aragorn, Arwen, Boromir, Legolas, and then you've got these two generic elves, one male, one female. As you can see, there's some Interesting techniques used. Scroll work on the columns themselves, the trees. All right, let me show you each section separately. Okay, the first section is the what I call the tower section, or what box 1 built. It's got 5 minifigures used for statues here. I think that's a real cool use of them. Building the tower was interesting, and the techniques to make it so there's no studs on the outside and keeping it looking like a wall. Top of the tower, little overhangs on the roof were neat. Turn it to the side here. You can see we've got these archways that were built from, I think, dinosaur tail pieces. And you can see into the build where there's a couch. It looks like a bed up top. And if we go to the back side, you can see it's got a mural. The mural was painted, looks like to represent right before the ring was cut off of Sauron's hand. If we look inside here, you can see there's a writing desk way back in there, where Bilbo writes there and back again. And a bookcase down here. And there's the couch we were talking about. That bookcase was interesting to build. All the little pieces, whenever you're building it, doesn't look like it would end up being a bookcase, but then you get it all together, and it does. And you got Bilbo's bed. And you got a chest. In that chest is Sting and Bilbo's mithril armor, his mithril shirt. The roof was very repetitive putting those pieces on, but not repetitive in a bad way. I wasn't bored with it. Didn't feel like I was just repeating. It kept it interesting, especially with the hack to straighten the tiles out. So I think this first section was really interesting build. All right, let's get on to the gazebo section next. Okay, the gazebo section. Again, another interesting build. Interesting techniques used for the gazebo itself, the roof of it, the trees. I thought it was really cool how you built up, because underneath that gazebo is the forge. We'll get to that in a second. Over here on the side, you've got the waterfall and the stream or river. Interesting use of these pieces here to make the waterfalls. And the little round pieces to make it look like the water's going around rocks and stuff. Over here you got some detail, cave underneath the waterfall. Right here is what I was talking about, the forge underneath the gazebo. The gazebo lifts off so that you can get in there with your minifigures to play. Inside is grinding wheel, a sword, a couple weapon racks with weapons. And the gazebo just fits right back on there. Like so. If we turn it there, you see we've got a fireplace for the forge. You got an anvil where they're banging out a sword there. Got a little lantern hanging on the wall. Turn it a little bit more. You can see we've got an archway leading into the forge with torches on each side. Section 2 was also a fun build. Like I said, none of this was actually very difficult, but it was very interesting and unique, the different techniques used. Overall, the set had very few stickers, which I enjoyed. The final box built what I call the council section, because that's where the Council of Elrond meets, or the main section of the building. Again, interesting techniques on the trees, on the roof, making all the tiles line up. Neat hack to do. You saw that on a previous video. I like the fact that the council section is removable. It'll make it a little easier to play with. You can seat all your minifigures around while they discuss what they're going to do about the ring. Got a bigger chair for Elrond to sit in. One of the features underneath the council is the hidden eye of Sauron. This little building over here has some limbus spread in it. I really thought it was neat what they did there with the columns and scroll work. Looks very delicate. It's not, it holds up pretty well. If we turn this set, we have a little bench here, trees. Tree was unique to build, this one. And these little things got a little monotonous after a while. But I thought it was an interesting technique on how they did it. But it did, just got a little much. You got a stairway here. Now this is the back view. You've got tiles. Each of these are printed pieces, which I really thought was a good choice. I would have hated to do that if those were stickers. And lining it up, it was kind of fun, like a puzzle. I only messed up once on it. But down here on the bottom floor, you've got writing desks. They're maps. Got a couple tables in there with a candle and a cup on them, candelabras. And up on the second floor, you have the statue holding what is, in the movie, it's the shards of Narsil, but understandable, it's a Lego figure, can only hold one. So it's the shard of Narsil. Nice little touch here, these paintings. Oops. And you got this side, you can see the candelabra in there. And over here you have a painting of them forging, or actually casting, it looks like. Probably the ring. Okay, now let me show you the minifigures. Okay, the first minifigure we have here is Frodo Baggins, the ring bearer. Frodo comes with a molded hairpiece, cloth cape. He has two expressions. The one you're seeing now is just his normal expression. Interesting thing about Frodo is you take a 1x1 stud, or excuse me, 1x1 plate and a headlight piece. And those are legs so he can sit, because the hobbits have short legs that don't bend. You remove the legs of Frodo and put him on the two pieces I just showed you, the 1x1 plate and the headlight pieces. And he sits. Also, his second face is the face whenever he was sick after he got stabbed by the blade from the Nazgul. All right, let's see Samwise Gamgee. Here we have Samwise Gamgee. He also has a cloth cape. In his hand, he's holding a frying pan to use to fight with. He also does not have bendable legs, but the set did not include the pieces to make it where he can sit down, although should not be too hard to do. Just have to get, looks like he's got get brown headlight pieces and the flesh-colored 1x1 plates. But he does have two faces. His first face is just a serious face here. And then Sam's second face is more of a happy face. Okay, let's get to the troublemakers. Meriadoc and Pippin. Here's your troublemakers, Merry and Pip, both with cloth capes, the short hobbit legs. Again, they didn't come with the pieces to make the sit-down legs, but looks like they're all wearing brown pants, so you could actually interchange the ones for Frodo. All right, one of these guys, Merry, has a limbus bread, and Pip has a carrot. They both have two faces like the other hobbits. One here looks kind of worried, the other one looks happy. Now they're both happy, but one's kind of got a crooked grin. All right, next let's get to the one who found the ring, Bilbo. Okay, here we have Bilbo Baggins. He's carrying his walking stick, same walking stick that he had when he's going down the road singing "The Road Goes Ever On and On." Bilbo also has the what I call sit-down legs, the 1x1 plate with the headlight piece. He also has two faces. First face you're looking at there, that's whenever he tries to take the ring from Frodo. There he is with his normal Bilbo face and his sit-down legs on. All right, now on to the dwarves. Okay, and our first dwarf is Gimli. Now Gimli's only got one face, but he does have a molded beard piece, his two axes, and his hair, which you can switch out with a helmet, sort of like this. Voila, he now has his helmet ready to do battle. And we also have, in the dwarves, his father. Say hello to Gloin, father of Gimli. Gloin also has a molded beard. He only has one face and no accessories. Next, let's get to the magical, the wonderful, Gandalf the Grey. All right, next we have Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf's got, again, a cloth cape there, and he's got his staff. And then Gandalf, instead of legs, he's wearing a robe. So he's got this little piece here. But you can remove that bottom piece and use this piece here, which is a slope, a 1x2 plate, and a bracket. Put those on and he can sit down too. You can also remove his hair and put his hat on. See how that slope and bracket worked for him to sit down on that brick? Okay, now we're going to go to the Master of Rivendell, Elrond Halfoven. Okay, and here we have Elrond. Elrond has one face. He's got a molded hair piece that the ears are molded into it. I like that. He too has the robe for the legs, and he comes with a sit-down piece, so you can put him on his throne, or big chair, or whatever you want to call it. And there he is sitting down, relaxing. All right, next we're going to have his daughter. Here we have Arwen holding a book, and Arwen has got the robe legs also, and the molded hairpiece with the ears. They did not include pieces to make it where Arwen could sit down. As a matter of fact, the other female elf doesn't have where she could sit down. I don't know if they're trying to say something with that or not. We'll just leave it at that. But there's Arwen. And next we will bring on the love of her life. And there he is, the heir to Isildur, the Ranger Extraordinaire Strider, Aragorn, son of Arathorn. In his hand he's holding Anduril, Narsil Reforged. Aragorn has two faces also. He's got this first one we're looking at now, and he's got this one a little more our mouth open. Okay, then we're gonna go to Boromir next. Okay, there's Boromir with his sword and his shield. Cloth cape for him. He has two faces. This first one you see here, and this one here. All right, 3 minifigures to go. We've got the final of the companions. We have Legolas with his bow. Legolas comes with the molded ears on the hairpiece, just like the other two elves. He only has one face, so we'll get on to the last 2 minifigures now. All right, there's our 2 generic elves. Both of them have the molded ears in the hairpiece. Female elf has the robe for the legs. The male elf has just regular legs. No pieces for the female elf to make a sit down, and his legs bend so he can sit down. So there you have it. Okay, so there you have it. There's all the minifigures, all 15 of them. Well, 20 if you count the statues, and 21 if you count, all the statues. Okay, time for the scores. All right, for the scores for this set. Now, the first score is interest factor, which used to be challenge, but since I thought that sets that aren't quote unquote challenging, that are fun, shouldn't get a lower score just because they're not challenging, and vice versa, sets that are challenging shouldn't get a higher score, especially if they're frustrating too. So this is changed to interest factor, interest of the build, how interesting the techniques were. Overall, I'd say this one, very interesting techniques, very neat use of different things. Like I showed earlier, use of pieces, the hot dog pieces for the arms on the chairs and the popsicle pieces for the backs of the chairs. There's a unique reuse of pieces that I showed you with the minifigures. So overall interest factor, this gets a 9. For playability, I think this set has great playability, lots of places that you can act out scenes, plenty of minifigures to play with. You can set up scenes from the movie, act them out with your minifigures. I'm gonna give this a playability of 9. Now the value for your money. All right, this set is currently going for $499 US. It has 6,167 pieces. So that's about 8 cents a piece. Plus you've got 15 minifigures. So that is an excellent value for your money. Plus, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan like me, that just even makes that a better value. So I'm actually going to give this a 10. So I think this is going to be the highest scoring set I've had. If you add them together, a 9 for interest factor, a 9 for playability, and a 10 for value for your money, you get an overall score of 9.3, which, yes, that is the highest score I've given a set. Thanks for joining me for part 6 of this build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a taco. The link is in the video description, along with links to my Facebook and my Instagram, so follow me. Join me next time as we begin to put lights on Rivendell. If you'd like to see me put lights on some of my other builds, check out this video. Plus, I'll be giving a review of what will I be reviewing? Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and do something else. What else are we supposed to do? Join me next time when I'll be